Hey there. Today we're going to talk about what to do if your business has been closed down because of the coronavirus quarantine. My name is Stephen Ma, and this is SparkFlow. We do branding and marketing for nonprofits and social good causes, as well as small businesses and freelancers. So, because of the quarantine, a lot of businesses have had to either shut down completely or they're in a partial kind of quarantine. You're partially open and operational. So during this time, you've seen a lot of income and revenue drop significantly, and it's really tough. And in this time, it's really hard to, maybe stay focused, stay positive. You're not sure what to do. You have maybe some extra time, but your budget is really tight right now. And it's really easy to kind of get in this mindset of like, I just can't wait until this quarantine is lifted so I can get back to business. But we don't really know when that's going to be. So while we're in this waiting period, it doesn't have to be time wasted. You can actually use this as an opportunity to both try to make some extra income to stay afloat and also set yourself up for reopening when the quarantine is lifted. So let's dive right in. First, you want to be, in your communications, be honest, transparent, and authentic. So what that means is a lot of times in marketing, we want, pretty well crafted messaging and graphics. Everything's usually pre-scheduled out in terms of social media, your website, your emails, and everything's, just really professional. But at this time, no one expects you to be all together. Everybody, individuals are sharing what they're going through online. They're being really open and honest about their struggles. And so should you as a business or a nonprofit. Let people know that you're struggling. Let people know what your plans are during this time and what it'll look like when you open back up. And let people know how they can help you. Be a little more human. So, if you have anything pre-scheduled, just put that aside for now and just do real updates. Don't do fancy graphics, just do photos of you, your team, what you're doing, even if it's from home. As you can see right now, I'm being open and honest with my marketing in terms of like, I'm recording this right now from the inside of a car because this is the only place that I can actually get some free time, some alone time, because I have kids that are running around the house 24/7. So there's no way. I don't have an office or a studio to do this recording in. So everybody knows that it's tough for you. So they're not going to kind of look down on your brand for having, honest communication or for having kind of these raw photos and videos. In fact, they're going to connect with you a lot more. Second, this is the time to foster and build community online. A lot of people are obviously spending a lot more of their time online, not only to be entertained, but they're looking for real connection. And one of the best places for that is Facebook groups. Facebook groups, it allows everybody to kind of get online and be a part of a group and interact with each other and chat with each other around a specific passion or interest or industry or activity, hobby, whatever it is. So Facebook groups is great because it allows you as a brand and you as an individual to connect with people in your ideal audience. I've worked with a few of my clients during this time to launch Facebook groups, and they've been wildly successful because people are earnestly seeking to just talk to someone. So go onto Facebook, create a group, and around whatever industry that you're in. So, but it's important to be not about your brand. So if you're a restaurant, don't create a Facebook group about your restaurant. Maybe create a Facebook group about food in general, and have people connect over food that they like. If you're a nonprofit, have people connect around a specific cause and talk about that. And also at this time, talk about how coronavirus is affecting everyone. Let this be a time for you to build community, to connect, and when the quarantine does lift and you're back in business, you already have a group of highly engaged people who have connected with you both as a brand and as a business owner or marketer in a very personal way already, so that when you share little snippets about your business, they're a lot more likely to engage with you and try to support you. Next is start making videos, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm doing this as a video and as a podcast. But in the past, there's been a lot of excuses for not making videos, including myself. It takes a long time. It's very expensive to do. It's very time consuming. You have to put a lot of effort into it. There's a lot that goes into trying to make it look professional. But one thing that I've noticed is that, especially with like the late night shows, those are very highly produced, multi-camera, highly edited shows. But now because of the quarantine, they're unable to do that. And you see all these late night show comedians continuing on with their shows, but they're doing it from home. They're doing it from inside their house, just inside their living rooms or their garages, and they're making it go on. And sometimes kids, come into the mix. So this is kind of an era where all the qualifications for video have kind of gone out the window. There's no more excuses. You don't need a professional camera. You don't need professional editing. You don't even need, like a super great script or anything. Just produce content, because everybody knows and accepts the fact that you're probably going to be doing it from home. You're going to, it's going to be just a makeshift setup, but just create videos that matter. Create videos that are honest and raw and authentic, and you're going to be able to connect with your audience. And as you're making these, don't worry about getting everything perfect. Basically, just take your camera phone and record on your camera, then upload it directly. Don't even do any editing, and just do that consistently week after week. Talk about, how your business is doing, what you're struggling with. Connect with the audience. Give them advice for how to manage, quarantine. Obviously, keep it all related to the industry, but this is a great time to be able to just start doing videos, and with each video just improve a little bit, make it a little bit better, and by the time you're out of this quarantine, you're going to have a good bulk of videos, and you'll have maybe a good idea or plan forward of how to integrate videos into your marketing a little more. And one thing that's typically hard for people to do, much less businesses and brands and nonprofits to do, is to ask for help, ask for support, which probably every one of you is struggling in some way with revenue. So if you're a business that's still operational, but you've seen a decline in business, ask people to shop at your business. Tell them that, hey, just like everybody else, we're struggling too, and it's difficult to stay afloat. So if you care about our business, please come shop with us. People aren't gonna think like, oh, that's so cheesy or low class or desperate. They know that every single brand is struggling at this time, and so if you're just honest about where you are and people love and care about your brand, they'll want to support you. Same thing with nonprofits. Tell people that, hey, the mission has to go on, but donors have dropped off, and it's really hard for us to continue doing the important work that we do. So if you're in a position where you're able to give above and beyond, please do that. And I've run that campaign with a few of the nonprofits that I work with, and it's seen success. I mean, obviously it's not bringing in tons of money, but it's bringing in more than what we've been getting, because people are aware of the need. People just need to know the need, and the people who are able to help will help if you just ask. So tell people, ask people to support you through their business and through their donations. Next, this one is a little bit different. It's a little bit unique, but try to pre-sell for an opening day. So what I mean by this is, say you are a business that's closed down completely and you cannot sell. So you're a retail store, you're a person-to-person business, maybe you're a restaurant that's unable to do takeout, and you just have zero income coming in. This is a way to both get income now and to get ready to launch when things open back up. So take one of your popular products or services and sell it now at a discount for people to redeem in the future when it opens back up again. So I'll give a few examples. If you're a restaurant, take your main course or a few main courses and sell it for like a 50% discount or however much you're able to afford, but make it very attractive, and sell it online. Or maybe if you're able to, have people come to your location and buy like a coupon from you or something. And then when business opens back up again, when the quarantine is lifted, let people go ahead and then redeem that ticket at your location. If you're a service based industry, yeah, sell like a specific service or a package of services that then people can go in and redeem. Same thing with products. Pre-sell products online at an extreme discount. This is a way to get money flowing in now, even though you may be taking a bit of a loss on your profit. You're getting money in. You're keeping people connected with your brand. If they really need the service, people or the product, people are kind of strapped right now for cash, so they're probably more willing to buy stuff at a discount. So you're helping them by asking them to help you out. And then when opening day happens, you're gonna have an initial wave of flooding. An initial flood of businesses coming in, which is great for you because then it helps create a little bit of momentum and traction. So try that out and see if you can get some people to be on board with your company, your brand. And finally, you want to start creating a plan to be crisis proof. Now, every 10 years or so, every decade or so, we encounter some kind of economic crisis. We've experienced this before, but the problem is it's really hard to predict when it'll happen. It's hard to predict what causes it and what industries or what areas of our business it'll affect. So it's hard to plan for it, but you can kind of help mitigate some of the risk, mitigate some of the impact that it's going to have on your brand. A few of these things to do are to diversify your income a little bit. So that means creating products and services that are maybe a little bit different, a little bit varied, where if one aspect is affected, maybe you'll still have income from other places as well. Another way is to create a reoccurring income, a subscription type kind of income. If for most online businesses, this is a pretty simple model to do, but if you're selling stuff, it's a little bit harder, but you can still get a little bit creative, where companies like Costco and Amazon, even though they're selling physical products, they have a built-in subscription. So maybe it's a subscription for free shipping, maybe it's a subscription where they get a free product once a month, or maybe it's a subscription where they get a set number of services, every month. So whatever it is, like, find a way to have that built in, and in times of crisis where people aren't able to, maybe you're able to offer different types of services or products and have them maintain that same subscription, so you have income flowing in regardless. Other ways to kind of be recession proof or crisis proof is to stay in communication on as many channels as possible. As you can see, during this time, everybody is flocking online. But online platforms will come and go, but it's still good to try to build as much of an audience as possible, so that when a crisis hits, wherever your audience is, you can connect with them. It's important to communicate with them and let them know what's happening and what to do during this crisis in terms of interacting with your business. So build up an email list. Be on all the different social platforms, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, podcasting. Expand as much as possible so you're reaching different types of audiences, so you can communicate with them in all those different ways. Now, I know that takes time. I know it takes a lot of effort. So start with one and slowly build it out. But the important part is to just keep people engaged. And I'm going to do a separate show episode on this that expands on those different ways to be kind of crisis proof in the next one. So tune back in for that. But whatever you do during this time, just do something. Don't let fear paralyze you. You've put enough effort and time and energy into your business, into your nonprofit, to let it slowly decline now. Fight for your brand. Fight to keep your brand alive. Do something to keep it alive. Be creative. Just don't sit back and be paralyzed by fear. Be paralyzed by anxiety. I'm really hoping and rooting for your brand. If you want to chat about this, just leave a comment, connect with me directly, and maybe we'll even set up, a Skype or Zoom call to talk through some of those aspects. And this isn't a service or anything that I'm charging for. This is something I just really want to connect with you and offer for free. Hey there, thanks so much for joining in on this episode. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And to connect with me and get more information, go ahead and visit sparkflow.co. That's sparkflow.co. You can also follow me on social media on almost anywhere at sparkflowco. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.